The footage that you're about to see comes from two sources. One, the SD card that was inside my Mavic 3, and secondly, the internal storage of the DJI RC Pro, which can record the screen, and this would include the telemetry. The footage was not taken by me, and here's the background to this. I have a friend who owns a farm, and it's a sheep farm. It's not too far away from here. And he has a Mini 2. And he asked my opinion on whether I thought he would be able to use his Mini 2 to round up the sheep. He was looking for a technological improvement on his sheepdog and him on his quad. Now, I don't know anything about sheep farming, but I thought this was quite an interesting idea. So my advice to him was that he was probably going to need a bigger drone than a Mini 2 because it would need to produce quite a bit of noise in order to scare the sheep into moving, and it would have to be big enough for the sheep to see so that they would move. So I recommended to him that he got himself something like a Mavic 3 or a Mavic 3 Classic or maybe even a Mavic 3 Pro. Very expensive, aye. So he said to me, can I borrow your Mavic 3 to try this out? And if it works, then I'll be more inclined to think about seriously purchasing one. I don't want to go ahead and get one, spend, $1,500 or whatever it is to get one and then find that, no, it doesn't really work. So I was a bit reluctant, but he is a good friend of mine. So I said, okay, you already have your Mini 2. You're already registered with the CAA. You have your own ID and you understand the rules and the regulations, so yeah, you can borrow it. So he borrowed it, and whether or not it was successful in rounding up the sheep or not is for another video. But this video is about what I actually discovered on the telemetry and the SD card when he handed me my Mavic 3 back. So just then, my friend got the return to home warning, but he decided he would push on the extra 700 metres or so to get to 10 kilometres. And he decided to do this because he knew there's always a little bit of spare in the battery at the end, and he was fairly confident with no wind that it would return all the way to home. And if it didn't, he had his quad where he could drive out and pick it up from the middle of a field if it was shot. So the question that I have about this video is, where does this leave me legally? It's my drone. It was my drone that flew this mission, and it looks on the face of it to have been a mission that went beyond visual line of sight. Now, I know that I've said in the past that videos can't be used as evidence because they can be manipulated and they don't always show you what is really happening. So I don't know if he followed the drone on his quad or whatever. I've got no idea, but I just would like to know, where does this leave me legally? Let's supposing that this was a flight that went beyond visual line of sight. I wasn't even there, but I lent this guy my drone. He's got his own user ID. He's registered with the CAA. Where does it leave me legally? If you know the answer to that, leave a comment. And if you don't, but you've got an opinion on it, leave a comment as well. I'd really love to know the answer to that.